This time on the ATP Champions Tour, London in the limelight. We're backstage at Champions Tennis. There's all the on-court drama with a brand new team format at the Royal Albert Hall. And who can cope under pressure? There's a special Champions Assault Course challenge. Welcome to the home of the all-time greats, where the legends of tennis compete. To qualify, players must either be former world number ones, Grand Slam finalists or Davis Cup winners. Only the best of the best need apply. Running through to December, the season finishes with Champions Tennis at the Royal Albert Hall in London. This is the ATP Champions Tour. Now to the climax of the ATP Champions Tour season, myWorld Champions Tennis at the Royal Albert Hall. This year, legends of the game gathered once more at the iconic venue in London for tennis on a stage like no other.
Playing the Royal Albert Hall is spectacular. You're in the round, the acoustics are absolutely brilliant, and we always get great crowds.
For us, it's great. Atmosphere is great. It's really different, and I've been here so many years, and it's a privilege to be in Albert Hall and play tennis.
Such a special place to play. It's an iconic arena. There's been so many great performers and performances here. It's amazing how well the Royal Albert Hall works for tennis. The viewing, the acoustics, everything about it is fantastic. So yeah, really happy to be back.
Hearing the own sound of when you make contact with the yellow tennis ball, and obviously a great crowd makes it a lot of fun for us to come back and play some tennis.
For a tennis player to come and play in Royal Albert Hall and know the history of this venue, for me, I'm so proud to be here, really.
Every time you step on this court, it's just magical, I would say.
The 2019 edition of the event welcomed some new faces to the Royal Albert Hall, fresh from glittering careers on the ATP Tour.
First of all, they are incredible players, incredible champions. I think it's great that they wanted to start to play on the ATP Champions Tour that quickly after they retired. I think it's great for everybody. I've certainly loved to watch them play.
We've definitely got a younger generation coming into the tour who are, still playing at an incredibly high level.
I enjoy a lot because this type of place is different, and I'm really happy for have the chance to see a good partners in my career. I told him that it's a really good tour to be relaxed, to enjoy, and to feel that you can still competitive on the court. So I think they're gonna feel good.
It's special, I think, because you know them, you saw them before, you played against them, but you have more time for things, you're more relaxed. It's different, it's fun, I love it.
Also new this time was the format in London. 3 teams captained by legends Tim Henman, Greg Rosetsky and Goran Ivanisevic would fight it out with a revamped scoring system.
This year we've got the team formats with myself, Greg and Goran being the team captains. I think it's a really interesting and exciting format, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun out there.
It's nice to have team Goran, team Greg. I mean, it's the guys is really coming together, and playing the roles well. I think everybody loves the team competition.
I think the fans are enjoying it as well too, so the formula works.
I really love the new format. The fact that it's a team event makes it fun. Something exciting with the crowd, seeing scoring and seeing what the teams are doing. Also, it's being fast forward tennis, first to 4 is great and exciting.
It's different. We're playing until 4 games with a short tie break, and you have to be very, very focused all the match.
It's serious, but with some fun. So, yeah, I think it's a very good format, and it's good for players, crowd, for everybody. So it's a very good idea.
Innovation alongside tradition. The 2019 Champions Tennis was all set to get underway. So to the action at the Royal Albert Hall, and after 3 days of tough competition, Sunday's final of myWorld Champions Tennis saw Team Goran, featuring Juan Carlos Ferrero, Xavier Malisse and captain Goran Ivanisevic, play Team Greg, comprised of Marcus Baghdatis, Tommy Haas and captain Greg Rosetsky. The first of 4 matches in the final pitted Team Greg's Tommy Haas against Team Goran's Juan Carlos Ferrero. These two met 5 times back on the ATP Tour, Ferrero leading their head-to-head 3-2. Haas, though, looked eager to make his mark here. Two-time winner of Champions Tennis in its old format, Ferrero was always going to be a threat on this court. The former world number 1 showing the kind of movement he would have been proud of in his prime. The first to 4 scoring at this year's event meant every point early on was going to be crucial. Haas coming out on top in this quality exchange. The new format sees a tiebreak at 3-all, and in such a close contest, it was only fitting that the opener would be decided this way. Ferrero seemed to sense his chance, the Spaniard suddenly on the front foot. At 4-2, he was serving for the first set and duly kept his cool. Former world number 2 Haas responded with some clinical play early in the second set. The German thrilling the crowd with some delightful touches. Haas, though, would prove his own worst enemy. A double fault gifting Ferrero a break of serve. And that break proved crucial. Moments later, the Spaniard was serving out the match. Ferrero taking the opening point of the final for Team Goran, 1-0 up against Team Greg. We'll have more from the final day later in the show. Time now for the ATP Champions Tour Assault Course Challenge. First up, a test of serve, then 10 keepy uppies before 4 targets to hit with ground strokes, all against the clock.
All right. Oh, wow. What the hell? Every dog gets lucky once in a while. Oh. 2, 3, 4. Watch out. Oh, oh. Oh, what the hell? That was 9, by the way. Swedish counting, Swedish counting. Oh, he's choking. It's in the net. Oh, it's coming. Oh, hey. Hey, oh, that's it, 1. Oh. Hey, move, Thomas, you gotta move. Yeah. Oh, no, that's a tough one. No, oh, yeah. Oh, wow, come on. No. Tired, yeah, stop. You gotta run, 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 run. Yeah, that's it. Through the towel.
Missed too many ground strokes though. But the pressure is on.
Woo. Yeah. That's bad, that's bad. Oh yeah.
Come on, X-Man.
1, 2, 3.
Well done. Not this forehand, on the backhand.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh my goodness. Trying to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, touch it. Oh. No.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I keep missing. Jeez.
Yeah, touch. Well done, man. Too good.
You're so lucky.
Seriously, I'd be surprised if this took me more than 30 seconds. I'd be surprised. 45. Okay, you ready?
Don't rush. There we go.
10 keepy uppies. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10.
10. Go on, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was that? 10 seconds?
Oh, it's just not a difficult game.
How much was
not difficult? It's just not difficult. How many?
He called it too. Yeah, he just said it.
What was it, 30?
30 seconds.
I was a little slow between.
Well done, Tim.
Yeah, the serve was there.
You know where
I've been practicing all year.
Tim Henman taking the lead, but with 3 legends left to play, could anyone beat the Brit? We'll have part 2 later in the show. Still to come on the ATP Champions Tour. Can anyone halt Henman? As part 2 of the Assault Course Challenge. And which team will triumph at the Royal Albert Hall? This year's winners are crowned in London. Back to the final day of action at this year's myWorld Champions Tennis. And with Team Goran 1-0 up against Team Greg, it was time for some doubles. Team captain Greg Rosetsky partnering Tommy Haas against captain Goran Ivanisevic and Xavier Malisse. All 4 men set about entertaining the crowd straight away. The new 1-to-4 format had seen the pressure on from the start in every match so far, and this one was no different, as Tommy Haas pounced to seize an early break of serve for Team Greg. 2 love down, and Team Goran's captain took matters into his own hands. Still, he couldn't prevent a Rosetsky hold, and moments later, the Croatian legend was facing set point on his own serve. The end of a classic Champions Tour exchange would see Goran gift Team Greg the opener. So to the second set, and at 1-1, Team Goran were now on the board, and suddenly a break-up. Just when it looked as though Team Goran would level the match, Rosetsky had other plans. The captain attacking Malisse's serve, and the teams were now level at 3-3. 3-3 this year meant a tiebreak, and at 4-4 in that breaker, Team Greg suddenly had match point. A thrilling rally to decide things. Team Greg with the win, making it 1-1 in the final. More action to come later in the show. Now for part 2 of the ATP Champions Tour Assault Course Challenge. A test of serve, 10 keepy-uppies, then 4 targets to hit with ground strokes. Tim Henman with the time to beat, and 3 legends left to play.
Oh, what did I miss?
Go.
Oh, God.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go. No, missed.
1.
Oh, great thing. I mean, push me back to the baseline.
Oh, that's 2.
3, last one.
Yeah, go.
Go.
How many? 37.
37?
Good enough against most people.
What? Go on, Marcus.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That doesn't count.
8, 9, 10. Go, go.
Stop,
Go.
I can stop 10 in a row. He's getting tight. Oh my God.
Joking. 1. 2.
Yeah, 2. Touched it. No. It's better hitting it.
No. 3. This one. This one. Go round.
It wasn't that.
How many?
Slide home.
Ready?
Yes,
Go. You broke it. You broke it. It's mine.
Put a
Plus
bullet
5
hole.
seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Come on, hit those targets.
4. No.
Oh,
No.
Come on. Hit the ball. Hit it. 1.
1.
Yes.
2.
Here. Yes. Yes.
You look at you put the bullet hole in the serve, look on the edge.
I know, I saw that.
Good shot.
It sounded 58. Sounded. Oh,
God, I
that's
thought I would
quick.
have been under 30.
Henman's time just too good in the end. A close contest, but congratulations to Tim. Now to the second singles rubber of the final of Champions Tennis. Team Greg's Marcus Bagdatis against Team Goran's Xavier Malisse, with the side starting level at a point apiece. Bagdatis had won the pair's only previous meeting on the ATP Tour back in 2010, but Malisse looked set to play his part here. Tight early exchanges saw both men quickly finding their range.
14-15.
At 2-2 and deciding point, Bagdatis suddenly had a chance to break. The Royal Albert Hall debutant took it. Now serving for the set in the new first-to-4 format, Bagdatis was on the front foot. Malise fought back to deuce, but the man from Team Greg held his nerve. Into the second set, and the 2006 Australian Open runner-up was oozing confidence. Baghdatis could always boast a backhand that caused the very best trouble, and it was now on full display at the Royal Albert Hall. As in the first set, 2-2 would prove a crucial score in the course of the match.
Game, Team Greg.
Baghdatis and Team Greg with the break, and they didn't look back. It was now 2-1, with only the final doubles match left for Team Goran to try and draw level. Match 4 of the final saw team captain Greg Rosetsky alongside Marcus Baghdatis against team captain Goran Ivanisevic and Juan Carlos Ferrero. In typical Champions Tour style, the legends were showing off their net skills from the outset. With Team Greg looking for a point to seal the tournament victory, their captain looked sharp in the opening game. Moments later, and despite Ferrero's best efforts to help his captain, Team Goran found themselves a breakdown. The new style team competition with the first to four format proving a success at the Royal Albert Hall. The last match of the four-day event showcasing once again just how much enjoyment the players themselves get out of it. While Team Greg's first set 3-love lead looked comprehensive, Team Goran and crucially their captain hadn't given up just yet. Even facing set points, Ivanisevic still believed. The lead proved enough for Team Greg, the pressure telling as Rosetsky and Baghdatis wrapped up the first set 4-1. The second set saw more quick hands and more Goran leading by example. Baghdatis has been impressive all week on his Champions Tennis debut, and he was making the difference for Team Greg once again here. Ivanisevic's serve was soon under pressure again, and Team Greg were ahead once more. Baghdatis would have the chance to serve out the match, and he and Team Greg made no mistake. The doubles win ensuring a 3-1 victory for Team Greg over Team Goran on a memorable final day in London. Congratulations to the 2019 Champions Tennis winners, Team Greg. Next time on the ATP Champions Tour, we'll have all the action from the start of a brand new season as 2020 looks sure to kick off in style. Until then, don't forget to log on to atpchampionstour.com and talk with us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next time.